Steady start from both sides. And the Aussies broken in
0-0-1
on the first serve itself. Back-to-back breaks, and the Indians have the ball now.
1-0-1.
Enticing the opponent with loopy shots, wanting them to make the mistake, hoping that they lose their concentration, go for something out of the ordinary. But the Aussies known to perform under pressure. For all you Indians watching, that kitchen line is like the Lakshman Rekha, you cannot enter it. Or for all you Lord of the Ring fans, you shall not pass.
1-0-2.
Well, unless the ball does bounce, because then you can. Ball goes out of bounds, way out of bounds. Crashes into the screen at the back, which means it's 2-0. Happy days for the boys from India. Broken. The Aussies will be able to take advantage of this. Not particularly overhit that shot. Side out called.
3-0-1.
Just to remind you again, points only on your serve. Ooh, had to take evasive action there. The ball was close to hitting him flush in the face. Luckily, like Neo from the Matrix, he moved out.
Okay. Okay, good. I call it good. 4-0-1. Second serve. 4-0-2. Point.
Team Katari and Motiani really look like they end this game 5-0. Always a good place to be. Always a good place when you have such a big advantage so early in the game. Side out there. Service broken. Hargreaves.
0-5-1. Point. 1-5-1.
Ooh, off the net there. Picked up nicely by the Aussie. Katari
Second server.
and Motiani pumped up as they fist bump and then high five
1-5-2.
each other in back-to-back motions, and now they will need to break if they need to score points.
Side out. 5-1-1. Second server. 5-1-2.
End-to-end stuff here, end-to-end stuff.
1-5-1. Server.
A lot of the crowd members getting involved now. You can see fist pumping, and the players do acknowledge it.
Point. Two, 5-2. Side out. Five, 2-1. Second server. 5-2-2. Side out.
Solid defensive skills shown there by the Indians. But relentless
5-1.
on the other side, the Aussie duo. Solid! Divyanshu Kataria sending out a statement. Sensational at the kitchen.
2-5-2. Side out. 5-2-1.
Going after it, both of them there, Roman and Mish. Unfortunately, just couldn't get that connection as well as they would have liked. Now Divyanshu with the serve. A looping forehand, a little too much spin on that return.
7-2-1.
Good time to go for a timeout, but at the moment the momentum clearly with the Indian pairing.
Fifteen, 15 seconds. 7-2-1. Receiving team, you have one timeout remaining. Serving team, you've got 2 timeouts.
All right then, here we go
Time in,
with a 5-point
7-2-1.
cushion. 7-1 says Mr. Byron. Presso, here we go then. Wonderful. They are
Point.
ready. They've done their homework, both Ronav and Divyanshu. And they're loving it here. The Indian fans, their teammates, massive support from
8-2-1.
friends and family. A little too
Server.
casual, finds the higher part of the net there. Ronav Motiani
82.
on his serve now. Wow, Divyanshu is on a roll, no doubt about it. Taking the lead in some of those stinking moments. At the kitchen, very comfortable.
9-2-2.
Simply incredible from Ronav and Divyanshu. Has to be one of the rallies of this tournament. They went after the bodies. A lot of body bags attempted as Mr. Vinny Jain watches on, the managing director of the Times Group. The reason we are here, the reason you see the massive success of the PWR DUPR India Masters, and what a rally for him to witness. Top shot making. Again going to the body, again a body bag, and the Indians grab the first game, snatch it away in some fashion. He's enjoying his time here. Not too much
Game
said
two.
before the match by
Time
both
in.
the boys. Similar story with
0-0-2.
Arman and Harsh. They let the paddles do the talking, don't these boys? The Indian duo, one win. Just before this, one coming up, should we say? Should we bring back the predictions from the commentators, Sarthak and Chinmay? Or should we keep our mouths shut, Chinmay?
If my mouth was shut, I wouldn't get any money. So I'm going to make a bold
0-0-1.
prediction here. I don't think this goes to game number 3. I'm hoping for some supremacy. Just to see 4 Indians on the center court in the semi-finals would be fantastic.
1-0-1.
Arman already booked his place with his partner in the previous game. Would love to see these two boys do the same.
Second server.
Going for the head there. We talk about body bags, should we call that a head bag? I don't know. The sport evolving every day. So
1-0-2.
much happening in terms of the evolution of pickleball.
Point.
It's important to not get carried away, not get complacent.
2-0-2.
We've seen when you win a first game, a tight one, where pressure obviously was on the Indians. So many
Hello.
eyes on them, so many expectations from them. That's the case with any Indian
0-2-1.
playing any sport, isn't it? When you have a population of 140 crores across India, you would always have those high expectations. We've not reached that stage yet with pickleball, but we've seen that in cricket, in other sports, be it the Olympics, the Asian Games, the Commonwealth Games. So much expected from our Indian athletes.
Absolutely, and I think
0-2-2.
we take things way too seriously, which increases the pressure. You see the likes of the Aussies who won the 2020, the last ODI World Cup, and you could see for them it was just another game. And I think that's how they treat all sort of sports. They don't put a lot of pressure on themselves, which now the Indian athletes start doing as we see.
Point.
A fantastic return there. Katari and Motiani, the boys looking to dispatch of the
1-2-2.
Aussies.
Side Side out.
Side out call there.
2-1-1.
Death touch there.
Second server. Two, 1-2.
Take it from across his, almost from across his chest and neck. And out the ball goes, side out call rightly by Byron. And it feels like the second game has gone on for way too long, but it's just 2-1. It's just because each
1-2-1.
team gets two serves. So you get to reload even if
1-2-1.
server one does falter.
Second server.
Just as you saw there, and now the serve will change but
1-2-2.
remain with the same team. Oh, that had some animosity in it. Power packed smash across the face of the court.
Smashing
2-1-1.
that. Roman showing me something like what Roman Reigns shows us, shows the world. I told him, are you going to be the Roman Reigns of pickleball right before this match?
Point.
Well, that's going to take some work, a long, long time, because they say that
3-1-1.
Roman Reigns is the biggest name in WWE currently, and he's been there at the top for a very long time. Up there with the likes of the Hulk Hogans, the Rocks.
Second server.
Pickleball has that
3-1-2.
ability, but especially when you talk of American sport, it's so popular there. WWE, of course, originating in the United States as well. You can draw inspiration from a fellow Roman Reigns.
He'll definitely
1-3-1.
hit the gym a little more if he wants to come anything close to Roman Reigns in terms of talent and legacy as well. Pickleball, a fairly new sport, but as we see,
Server.
topsy-turvy the second game, and we can see
1-3-2.
the Indians trying to calm the pace of the game. Things slightly slipping away from them. Nothing to hit the alarm buttons yet though.
Side out.
Interesting now. Mitch has the serve. The
3-1-1.
Australians looking to take a lead here. They have the 2-point cushion. Ooh, a little too
Point.
much on that from Ronoff.
Timeout. The receiving team 4-1-1.
A
1 minute.
timeout comes up, and 1 minute says Pirates, so a total of 3 timeouts per match, each for a minute allowed. Utilizing those effectively, all the players, and they need to, don't they?
Time in. 4-1-1. Yes. 4-1-1.
Sends that backhand long, Divyanshu. It's the challenge with those low balls that are close to your shoes. The knee bend critical, very technical, that sort of a shot.
5-1-1. Second server. 5-1-2. Side out. 1-5-1.
The Aussies slowly clawing back into the game, and we see gently the younger lads who tend to give the leads away. I think it's a little issue with experience and stuff like that. You know, just not being in this position a bunch of times that comes with experience. And you can see the Aussies trying to capitalize on that point, who've certainly played a little more pickleball than their Indian counterparts. If this does go the Aussies' way, we will go to a third game.
5-1-1. Seven.
Come on.
5-1-2. Side out.
Come on.
1-5-1. 1-5-1.
Up in the air, and it's well within the bounds of the court, and this is looking like a really fun rally. All sorts of shots being played here.
For a moment, I thought when you said up in the air, and that's caught. It's Chinmay talking of a cricket match, but yeah, the ball can go up in the air even in a sport of pickleball. That happens very rarely though. That was one of those moments.
You know, Sarthak, we saw it happen a couple of times, just the ball moving all over the place because of the wind. Not so much today, which means it'll be slightly more warmer there, but you can see the shadows now creeping up on your screen, which means the sun is on its way out for the day, clocking out. Sun's done his time, needs to go home to the wife and kids. Unlike the sun, we are right here getting you all the live action. And just like the players, we've been hydrating, feeding ourselves so that we can keep our energies up. These players not letting us down with their high octane energy as well.
High octane, maybe an understatement for some of the rallies we've seen. They just fire on all cylinders.
5-1-2.
Sometimes you wonder, where do they get that kind of skill from? The footwork, the ability to be in sync. Everything looks so fluid. At the moment, things not in sync so much in the second game for the Indian duo.
6-1-2. Side out. 1-6-1. Second server.
Come on.
1-6-2.
Fast-paced action there.
Side out.
Certainly in control now, Mitch and Roman. They found a way back into this, clawed their way back. And the net comes handy there in Divyanshu's favor, the fortune. Need more of those, the Indians.
Side out.
Wow. Is that the same pizza we also were offered some time back? We enjoyed it.
Eye of the tiger, there we go again. Notice with 1/4 of the slice left. Just goes to show how passionate he is about his sport and his food then. Indeed it was the same pizza that we've been blasting here. Even commentators need to eat. The only thing these players need to eat right now is some points. And that's exactly what they're trying for, as the Aussies making a brave comeback. Not too far away from winning that all-important game that will get them into this into this match. Another loopy shot there. We've seen quite a few of those used by the Aussies. But no avail. It was just 2 shots after that loopy little shot. They're put right back in their place for now.
3-6-2.
Break again.
6-3-1.
Going in the direction of Divyanshu Kataria there, but sends it long. You've seen quite a few go at the body, go at the head, because you want to cram them for room. It's not really any animosity here. They are all friends. But on court, you want to make use of any little space you can, any opportunity. Going to the body makes it easier, because then the shot's not coming back if it's hit with precision. And we've seen quite a bit of that in this particular matchup.
Making them wait. The exuberance of youth very visible there with the Indian boys, getting a little overzealous, and now they will want to fight back. Don't want to give away their lead of the first game that they deservingly won. Seem to have fallen just off since then. Like I said, probably the experience, probably the excitement. Maybe thinking a little bit too much about the semi-final. They forget that there's a game going on in the present, which is what all coaches tell you, is don't think of the past, don't think of the future, be in the present. The Aussies clawing their way slowly with a 7-3 lead now, 5 points deficit. 4 points rather. My maths not one of my best friends.
7-3-1. Timeout, receiving team, 8-3-2, 1 minute.
1 minute, tick-tock, we'll be right back as the timeout has been taken.
And a set to go if this goes to a third. They really can't use any more timeouts.
Point.
The confidence, the body language, and that roar from the Aussie duo.
Nine, 3-2.
6 point the lead. You hear some chal, which means let's go from the Indians.
Part of our staple vocabulary there. In Bombay it's Salah, up north it's Chal, or Chalo.
Right out. Three, 9-1.
It is a weird part of the day because the lights going down, the floodlights still not in full effect. In fact, just about will be turned on soon, so might be a little tougher. Multiple shadows. In fact, the entire court now under the shadow, and luckily Byron has been completely engulfed in the shadow. No umbrella for him. I'm going to sign a petition after this to get him some shade from tomorrow, just like the players do. Poor guy's been sitting there calling pretty much everything perfectly without the shade, still dancing for us. Big love to you, Byron, from the Combox.
No love shown though from the Aussies towards the Indians because they are racing ahead. It's Mitch with the serve now. In comes Ronald. Wow. Listen to that. Listen to that roar. Screaming their way forward. They've earned it. 6 opportunities to take it to a decider.
Well, they did say we're coming for you, and coming they are. I think this is what experience does. I think Katari and Motiani got a little excited, carried away maybe. I might be wrong after the first game, and faltering here. But it's not too late. It's not too late. And as I said that they have broken the serves, they can reduce the deficit.
4-10-1.
6 the deficit at the moment.
ATP return.
I cannot overrule it. What a challenge.
I cannot overrule it, says Byron. So we shall see a review now. Let's go.
We have a challenge on the out call by the receiving team. The score of 10-4-1. Can we have a replay on the...
It's always lovely when the players are confident, and so is the referee, and both are leading in completely opposite directions. Now the trusted big screen in front of us that will be visible on screen will show us the truth. There were some tough calls yesterday where the zoom in was also zoomed in, and we'll see here, were the Aussies right, or was the big American right? Can't tell much from this angle. We'll probably need another angle or a zoom in. Well, that angle definitely isn't helping, but I'm sure we'll get right to it now. Byron with his confident stature and his bright t-shirt, glistening as the sun is setting here in New Delhi. Wonderful scenes here.
We got some suspense music for you guys.
At the moment, Byron watching Byron carefully, closely.
Every time there is a challenge or a review, you see Byron stops moving any muscle in his body, all his focus, just to see if he was right or wrong. And I don't think it's competition or him being arrogant. It's just to get better, learn. And you can see that in his excitement when he talks about the rules before every game and briefs the athletes. Still looking for the best angle, which we will show to you very, very soon. Sometimes it takes a little time to find that best possible angle, especially in slightly close calls, as you'll see now.
So that's the ATP from Mitch, the Australian. Perfect. I don't see anything wrong with that one. This one from Roman, that's also being observed well inside the baseline. So no issues so far from the Australian duo. Have they stepped into the
After
kitchen?
video review, it is determined that the ball was in.
So Byron confirms the ball was in, which is what we felt as well here in the commentary booth. So let's go. Play resumes now.
So second server. Time in. 4-10-2. Right out. 10-4-1. Server. 10-4-2. Point, game, 11-4. Estareja and Hargreaves.
And the same way, Katari and Motiani decimated the opposition game one. They've let it slide. This will hurt their confidence. Byron just making some notes in his frosted pad.
Right.
Probably trying to
Game
crack the Da
three.
Vinci Code, and I think he probably
We're gonna
has.
change
But
ends when the first team gets to 6 points. Time in. 0-0-2.
oh, they will change sides after 6 points are scored, as just said by Byron there. Our referee, trusted referee.
Point.
Let's go.
1-0-2. Right out.
Could this be the opportunity? Serve broken.
0-1-1.
Middle's open. Let's go.
Second server.
Middle's open.
Serve broken almost
0-1-2.
instantly.
Point. 1-1-2. Point.
Finally, Katari and Motiani looking like they mean
2-1-2.
business again. The crowd getting behind them as well. Don't get too excited with the crowd though. You have a game to win, boys. You have a game to win. And that victory will be far more superior
1-2-1.
than any sort of adoration right now. Wayward shot there.
Smiles on the faces of the Australians. The spirit always so high.
Right out.
Break, and they ask for a timeout. On the other side, the Indians have exhausted all their timeouts, so this might help them as well.
Guys, I'm not finished. Please. Timeout receiving team at 2-1-1. 1 minute.
Sorry, Byron.
Sorry.
I definitely wouldn't want to be a student in Byron's class, especially if he's a maths teacher, since you've seen over the course of 2 days how pathetic my calculation skills are. And you see him instantly telling DJ Sippy, calm down, as DJ Sippy enjoys his snack there, replenishing his blood sugar, been making us dance all day to his amazing beats.
But that angle may not be too far from where the commentary booth is. A little higher and you might see us from that wonderful camera, but not now. director wants to save us for a shot later on, maybe once the floodlights come on.
Always pretty under lights, always better looking under lights. Everything looks better in slow motion, in sports, and in the comm box under floodlights.
That's what they're fighting for.
15 seconds.
Or fighting with, rather, the weapon of destruction, the
Receiving
Jula
team, you
paddle.
have 1 timeout. Serving
And
team,
the
you've got 2
Franklin
timeouts.
ball. Here we go. Picks up his weapon of destruction. The young
Time in.
18-year-old, ready to
2,
rumble.
1-1.
Out of bounds.
Point.
And as Byron says
3-1-1.
in his deep voice, points, that means 3-1. Katari and Motiani.
Second server.
Serve broken, but they do get to reload with the second server.
3-1-2.
Solid from Divyanshu Katari. And the reaction, the chemistry between the boys visible. This is the thinking moment. And in comes Katari.
4-1-2.
Tried something but failed. Want to suddenly pump up the action. Unfortunately, lost the service. The Aussies back in it now. 2-4 now. Service stays with the Aussies.
4-1.
And server 1 to go. Good smash there, but return fairly easily.
Let's go!
Point.
Let's go is what we heard up here in the comm box.
3-4-1.
Deficit now down to just 1 in this all-important decider. At stake, a place in the semi-finals. And
Point.
just as I was
4-4-1.
speaking,
Timeout by the receiving team at 4-4-1. 1 minute. Alright. Receiving team, you have 1 timeout remaining. Serving team 1. 4-4-2. Sorry, 4-4-1.
Here we go. Mitch with the serve, Divyanshu with the return. They all come close to the kitchen. For all of you new to the sport of pickleball, that dark blue area is called the kitchen, where the 4 players are fighting it out right now. You can't step inside it.
well, certainly not unless the ball bounces. And good smash there. And no, and the other one, too hard, too much. His
Second
partner
service.
said it's okay, but definitely isn't when there's so much at stake. But the good part is they still have their second serve left. Still points at stake, points to be won. Back to the kitchen area. Remember, your hands can go over the line, your feet cannot go into the Lakshman Rekha, as we see. An apology, which I'm pretty sure they don't really mean, because they've broken the serve in the all-important decider.
4-4-1.
Let's go. Right here. Hold.
7.
Hold. Come on. Right here. Hey. Let's go.
4-4-2. Right up.
High but not mighty.
4-4-1.
Still locked at 4 apiece. Delicately played.
Yeah!
Point.
That's a roar from a Roman. Reminds me of someone. Can they keep this going now? Bringing in the Roman Reigns inside him, alive, making that roar loud and clear, visible, audible. Wow.
Point. Timeout.
Certainly in
6-4-1.
control here, the
Change
Aussie.
ends. 1 minute.
On your screen, Roman.
4-1. Good ball. Left foot. Point.
We see the lights taking effect in a little time as the sun sets right behind the Aussies.
Come on.
Second server.
Well, the game now setting on them for sure as they are ready. Going hard, going strong. Wayward shot there.
Yes. 4-7-1.
4-7 the score, 4-7. Not what he'd want, not what he'd want. Tried the death touch. Ended up
4-7-2.
killing the point for himself.
Point.
Taking chances to make mistakes. When there's a lot at stake, that is very easy to happen.
5-7-2.
Moment of madness there. Moment of madness, but again, still have enough time to come back, but not too much.
7-5-1.
Come on.
Serve broken, but there was the first server. So now you will hear 7-5-2. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is 7-5.
7-5-2.
Boom!
Spot on. You hear a 7-5-1, the first serve. You hear a 7-5-2, the second one, which is Roman in this case, in the blackout. And he is the one screaming there, roaring, pumped up about it. On his screen, what a comeback story. Looking in control, having lost the first game, so close to clinching this whole match now, but they've got the break. They need that support, they need the Indian fans louder, and the reason we are all here in the center there, Mr. Winnie Jain, alongside him, pride of India, future of global pickleball, Mr. Pranav Kohli, the CEO, founder, Pickleball World Series, Pickleball World Rankings.
Let's go right here.
Watching closely, enjoying
5-8-2.
this Indo-Australian matchup. Listen to that from Roman. Mitch and Roman certainly finding their footing now, in control. It was the right, Mr. Pranav Kohli, right in the center, Mr. Vinny Jain, and on top, towards the left, the co-founder, Mr. Ashish Khanna, bottom, Mr. Aditya Khanna, the co-founders of the Pickleball World Rankings, the CEO of the Pickleball World Series, Mr. Pranav Kohli watching closely, and of course the reason for all this reaching global standards, courtesy the Times Group, the MD himself in the building, Mr. Vinny Jain, watching every point. They're enjoying themselves. Towards the right, you see Ronav's mother there, Ritika Motiani, watching closely, a little tense, because the son is in a little bit of a difficult situation here on championship court as she applauds him. The VVIP box there. Supreme members present. Biggest names are in the building here.
There's a challenge on the outfall by the receiving team.